Yes, good evening, everyone. So let's wait for everyone to join and then we'll start the session. Today, I think we'll start with the case study first, okay? And then I think we'll move to the next topics, okay? Because in the last session, we have completed the segmentation, targeting, and positioning. So first of all, we'll discuss the remaining case study of that is of BMW, and then we'll move on. So waiting for everyone to join right now, and then we'll start the class within 5 minutes of time.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. So I think we are waiting for everyone to join. And first of all, we'll discuss, I think HSBC case we already covered up. Okay. We will discuss first of all the case study of that positioning part. Okay. That is of BMW. And then we'll start the session with the next topic that is called product and its classification. Clear?
Okay, sir.
So at least like we will cover up the first ISTB part, and then after STB case study, we'll start the product and types of product. That's the next topic for that.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Shubhana.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Pankaj.
Good evening, sir.
Yes. Today we'll just start with the case study first of all. The case which was pending was actually using BMW. And I think we'll start now. I think this case study we have completed in the last class. That is of HSBC. Fine. And the second case study we have to discuss that is of BMW related to positioning department. Fine. So I think we can start now with this case study. So student, this is again the second case study which is based on segmentation, targeting and positioning. I think that topic we have completed in the last class. So we will complete this case study first and then we'll move to the next topic of product and its classification. Right? I'll request everyone, please kindly mute yourself. Okay. Just kindly start with this particular case study. I'm muting everyone student right now. Okay. Yes, I have muted everyone. So first of all, please start with this first half of the case and this is the second page of the case. Okay. So we'll complete this first half first of all. Take 5 minutes of time, please. I hope so the case is visible to everyone. Students, I am unmuting everyone, please again, because please don't unmute yourself unnecessarily, okay? It's my humble request. Diljit, I think good evening. The case study which was pending in the last class, I think we are starting with that first, and then we'll move to the next topic, product and its classification.
Hi, sir. Good evening. Sure, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Done, I think, with the first part. Mr. Vineet, I think please mute yourself. It's a humble request to everyone. Please kindly mute. Yes, sir, shall I change the page? I think. Because initially it was discussed like regarding the company's history, how the company started, how the company is distinguished in the market. That is the point I think we were discussing in this first half. Yes, and once done, let me know, please. I'll change the page then.
Yes, sir. You can change.
Okay. Is done with the first half of this page, I think, everyone? I think we should wait for 2 minutes. Yes, Raksha, I think you joined late actually. We were discussing the case study, then one more case study which was pending from segmentation, targeting, and positioning.
Yes, sir.
And I think I've already shared this ebook with everyone regarding Kotlers. Okay, so this case study is there in the segmentation, targeting, and positioning chapter.
Yes.
Yes, I'm done with the first half, I think, everyone. First half of this page.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, please kindly confirm so that I can change the page then.
Yes, sir.
So I think I'm just changing the page now. Okay. Yes, friend, done, I think, everyone. Hanji students, done, I think, everyone.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So Can anyone summarize the case first? I think because this case is more about, you could say, targeting. Okay. Because definitely the initial level they were discussing about the segmentation, that how initially the very narrow segment which the particular company was targeting, but as soon as the demand rises, as soon as the requirement arises in the market, they want to actually fulfill, because of the competition from Jaguar. I think they mentioned the examples as well. Because of the competition from the Jaguar, actually they come up with some, you could say some low priced, you could say machine. Basically why it is called, because it is the you could say the BMW, the cars are usually called machines. Okay, so they come up with the, you could say, a particular range with X3, I think this they mentioned, which is comparatively, you could say, lesser in price, so that it is affordable for those people, those who want to actually access the services or access the machine of BMW. Okay. Along with that, I think what discussed in this particular case study, the historical perspective of cases actually, how the BMW started, because they were actually in the World War One and Second, they were actually producing the engines, and the brand value of 2008 is given in that. The major, you could say, outlook, or major, you could say, the strategy which the BMW is basically following. They were discussing about their logo and the history of their logo in this particular case. Along with that, in this paragraph, it is mentioned about the range of product which they are offering to the customer. Okay, these range are based on variety of design, size, price, style, and the choices, and the various, you could say upgradation, or you may say the expansion into their product range, which actually starting from series 1 to series 7, X3 SUV, X5 SUV, X6 SUV, and Z4 Roadster and M series. Okay. Along with that, they have also discussed about the features, how the features maybe, you could say, accessible with the help of iDrive. And according to that, I think how they are competing with Jaguars and Mercedes. Okay. So I think this case, if we talk about, it is more about segmentation and targeting, not about positioning. I think previous case which we discussed about HSBC, it was more about, you could say, positioning part. Okay. The first question which comes under this category, I think any more inputs, I think from your side regarding this case, this is what I have understood actually. Any more inputs from your side, please? Anyone?
So I see that during when BMW got into major production, this was between 1980s and 1990 era, wherein the industrial revolution was active and it was booming in US and other countries. So I think the overall there was a lot of development which was happening. The IT sector was booming. There were a lot of entrepreneurs who were coming on board. There were industrialization which was happening at the same time. So 1980s and 90s and 2000, it saw a really major boom. Also, the globalization happened during that time, which predominantly took place after the Second World War. So they've taken that advantage, and during that time, there were hardly much of a competition with Japanese car brands. That was probably one of the factors where they have gained a lot of segment, because in India especially, the Japanese cars like Suzuki or Honda, they came after 90s.
Yes, that is absolutely correct. Thank you so much. Okay, so there are basically two questions which are there in this case study. Okay, first of all, what are the pros and cons to BMW selective target marketing? Okay, what has the firm done well over the years, and where could it improve? First of all, the pros and cons of BMW when it comes to selective target marketing, because definitely they have a very limited product offering for a very niche customer, we can say. I think we discussed about niche marketing. Okay, so the major focus of BMW is just only for that niche customer or that particular selective customer. What are the pros and cons we can actually include in this particular case? Anyone, I think? Yes, friend, anyone, please. Well, I'm just waiting for the answers from your side. Haji, anyone regarding the positives and negatives of BMW? and how they can improve or where they can improve basically? Yes, yes, please, student, everyone, anyone, please. I think the pros, if you're talking about, definitely the brand image, or you could say the positioning which the BMW have in the mind of the customer is extremely superior or extremely premium. We can say, I think better to call it. I think so. Okay. And as we know that initially the machines which they were actually manufacturing, they were, you could say, more focused towards the, you could say, cream segment or HNI segment if you're talking right now. Okay, so ultimately the pros or the positives which they were actually looking forward, that they are basically targeting very limited segment of customer, those who are actually high net worth individual, you could say persons, or you could say corporates, or you could say a wealthy, you could say person, those who want to actually show their status into society or into their workplace or into their you could say work profile regarding the number of cars or the quality of cars or the pool of cars which they actually possess into their armory. Okay, that is the very first part regarding the pros. When we discuss about the cons and the improvement which the company can do, definitely later on, as you can see that because of the competition from Jaguar and Mercedes and any other brand, I think in the 90s and 80s, if you're talking right now, what Diljit has been also actually raised at the same point, the company has to come up with a different series afterwards, because they thought that high income group they have to target. So somehow they need to actually increase that umbrella, that have to increase that, you could say that that cushion actually, to provide more and more option to the same category, or you could say almost similar category of income or wealthy people, so that they can target it accordingly. Okay, that is a very second point where the company can improve. The second question which I have in the first part, what has the firm has done till now, and where they can improve, or where could it improve in the future? I think it is clear. The first question. Any other input from your side, please? Yes, students. Any other input regarding first question, pros and cons and improvements? Any other input from your side regarding how the company may improve?
So I think right now BMW is facing a immense pressure on after sales services, and also on the repair costs, especially when there is a, countries like India where we have BMWs. I mean, the disposition of the cars happens after 15-20 years, and people usually don't sell their cars. Second-hand market of BMW is very limited. So what happens is the second-hand car, when you have it, I mean, you don't want to send it for repair and the maintenance. If you do that, the BMW cars come across as a very expensive commodity for Indian buyers and consumers.
Yes, yes, yes.
That can be one of the area where they can probably improve to have second or a resale car maintenance, so that they can improve their sales.
Yes, yes, yes. Diljit, absolutely correct. Thank you so much for your inputs. Okay. Hanji, come to the second question now. Yes, any other individual, please? Any other input from your side, please, regarding first question? Student, please kindly interact. I think that would be far better for us to actually make it the class more interactive, more exciting for us. I think. Any other inputs from your side, please, regarding first question? No. Okay,
No.
fine. Yes, Vaishali, you want to say something?
No, actually, I just joined, so I don't have any answer on this question.
Okay.
So basically, for the first part, if the BMW go the two business segment, like one upper segment and then other is lower segment of the value of the cars, then definitely market is grow. Because only upper segment is available in the world and also all abroad and India also. But the lower segment, no any car.
Yes, yes.
They will try to introduce, just like you see the Kia. Just
Hmm.
now coming the Kia.
Hmm.
Kia previously is the basically in the Dubai and in that country is available.
Hmm.
But nowadays the at India is also introduced. But after the some changes in the production side.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's because only the upper segment is available. Then the lower segment nobody reach to up to the BMW.
Okay. Yes,
Then
yes, yes.
my suggestion is that he
Hmm.
will see for the lower segment also. Then 100% its market up and more competitive in the market.
Yes, yes, yes. Even like I think mention in the case right now regarding that they have launched the X6 BMW 6 Series, which
But the price is very more.
yes,
Now
definitely.
nowadays he is also going for the electric,
Yes.
sports electric. But this is all upper grade.
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
But
Because like
otherwise already upper segment is far better. But if he thinking the lower side,
hmm,
then maybe my opinion is the market also he will capture.
definitely, definitely, sir. Even like when we discuss about this even BMW 6 Series,
GG.
as per my knowledge, around 70 to 80 lakh. Okay. And
Yes, yes.
segment which they have launched, it was starting, I think, from 1.5 to 1.5 crore till I think 2 to 2.5 crores, I think.
1.5 is starting.
Yes, 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 yes. So I think,
Then hello.
yes, yes, please, please.
Okay, sir. Well, this is okay. This is my opinion. If
Yes, yes, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
because market is open for all.
Mm-hmm.
If you go because of the you see the upper segment or people only 30 to 40%, 30%.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly is the 60%. Like you see on the starting of the Maruti captured with Maruti 800. You see,
Mm-hmm.
because this is most of the world,
Mm-hmm.
not the upper segment.
Mm-hmm.
Middle segment is there. Then you think about the middle segment, middle price of the vehicle.
Definitely, like even like same, I think if you can compare with Audi and other brands,
Ji.
are basically coming up with the price of 35 to 50 lakh rupees of vehicle now. As per my knowledge, I'm not sure about. Even I think is coming up 35 to 50 lakh rupees of range with Q2. I think I didn't remember.
Yeah, OD is come, sir. OD is come 45 or 50 lakh.
50 lakh rupees. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Now I think they are also facing some intense competition.
Sir,
Okay.
in the market up to 30 lakh, mostly people is purchase the car nowadays. Up to 30 lakhs. Hello?
Yeah, even
Hello?
like talk about the segment we're talking right now about Tesla. I think recently the Tesla is coming to India, and I think they are starting from what I remember, what I actually got to know, that 60 lakh rupees I think is the starting price of Tesla vehicles.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so that maybe you can take comparative analysis which we can go for with other companies.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Thank
Okay,
you.
sir. Okay.
Yes, I think Basant, you have raised your hand. Any query to you have, Basant?
No, sir. I have 2 points.
Yes, please, please.
Um, like Anuj ji said, he was I believe he has gathered a great knowledge about the vehicles and all that. But the two things I want to add now is I'll start with the negative point of view. The first thing is, I believe the service centers probably BMW doesn't have at many locations. That's my point of view. So that's maybe the negative point. But when I focus on the positive side, see, the engineering, the technicalities that they have, and probably the robust models that they have, that is the unique thing. And from my personal experience, you know, uh, I and my friend, we visited BMW and Audi. He chose Audi. The reason is, uh, you know, the probably he had his own mindset. He wanted to go for it, but he had a regret that why didn't he go for BMW? The reason is the kind of service support they give. This is extremely responsive. That's my personal opinion. I have experienced. So these are the two things. The positive side is what I mentioned about the technicalities, the engineering service, engineering models, and the responsive supportive system. These are the two things. And the third thing, the negative point, what I said is they don't have much service centers. So these are the three things I wanted to add. But thanks to Anuj, he has got a great knowledge. He has accumulated a lot of things. Thank you.
Anuj, Mr. Diljit, I think Poonam ji is not attending the class. Raksha, I think they are the one. Even like Chandrabhushan is also there in the class today.
No, sir. Thanks for all. Thanks for the comment. But the basically at the market needs is the medium class, because business is grow or settled by the medium range. Upper range
Okay,
is
Anuj ji,
always
I want to, stop you for a while. See, a thing is,
no problem.
let's say we are, देखिए, I'll make it very simple and clear. So we know that in India, especially, the cost of living of any particular person, on an average, it's around 30 to 35,000. It's a general, income zone. So, but why are we in that zone? That's my question. So we should raise our bars. We should set our standards so that we can afford it. So we do not come under this category. We have our own set of standards. So instead of focusing below average things, we should focus on that. So that's how we make ourselves unique. So we know these are the general things. This happens. We have this average category mindset still now, but probably I think we can change it. So let's focus on a bigger stuff. So that will help us to overcome what we are right now.
okay. But on the settled business is upper market is the limited segment. Upper market is the limited segment, and it is always going well. No doubt, if your quality and all the things is constant, then it is going well. But if the business side of view, then you think about the other than also. If possible, then your business 100% grow. 100% grow.
Okay, Anuj ji. Okay, I'll keep a case study. For example, you become the owner of a BMW organization.
Okay.
Let yourself be the owner of the BMW organization. So how will you respond to it? Forget about the other studies. Forget about other case studies. What you will do?
My opinion already placed, because upper market, upper segment, I will already introduce.
Okay.
I think what I can actually put an. Yeah, please.
Will settle my business on the upper side, and it is going well. But this is the not a limit. You think about other than also, if possible. If the segment you use that area also, then definitely you grow. Not the mindset is not a constant in the business area. If you constant, then your business is constant. It is my opinion. Okay.
I think very true, Anupji and Basant. I mean, looking at the factor, if you compare like to likewise with Tata Motors also. Now, Tata
Yes, yes,
has
yes, yes,
let's
yes.
let's compare Tata. Now, Tata has anything from one lakh car to going up to Jaguar and Land Rovers, which are about a crore and a half and 2 crores.
ट्रांसफर करने पड़ेंगे ना नेट चल रहा है हेलो हेलो
Yeah.
नो
So if you
प्रॉब्लम नो
look
प्रॉब्लम नो
if
प्रॉब्लम
if you
कंटिन्यू
look at
कंटिन्यू कंटिन्यू
Tata Motors, they have actually captured the market segment very strongly. So they have something which is for a very lower income group to entrepreneurs and business owners to higher income group also. So anybody who has a income group of 15,000 to 20,000 a monthly salary, they can afford a car. So they have segmented that with Tata Nano. And if you look at the higher segment, which is Land Rovers and Jaguars, people who are at the yearly income of 15, 20 crores, they can afford that segment of cars as well. So Tata has captured the entire segments. Now to compete that, BMW of course has international reputation. They have imported manufacturing which adds to the whole purchase value, because when you purchase a Tata versus BMW at the same price bracket, you will value BMW more because that is considered to be a superior in terms of market value, perception value. And at the same time, when you have BMW, which are imported, and also the pros of BMW having is the interiors, the quality of the machinery, the driving experience is much, much superior on a similar category. Of course, I'm not comparing that with a Land Rover SUV, which is of course at a worth price of 1.5 crores.
Yes, I think what discussion we were doing right now, I think it's like very healthy one. But like I just want to give a very short input from my side regarding, because as we know that all these companies are definitely having their certain positioning in the market and targeting, I think, which we have discussed in the last class. Okay, because somehow how the things are differentiated, like when we talk about BMW, when we talk about Jaguar, we talk about Mercedes, how these companies are completely differentiated. And it's like it's a dream, I think, for the 70% population of India to at least purchase and even sit in that particular car. Okay, so that type of positioning this company has created. And like I think what Basant was discussing regarding the purchasing of car, a particular person earning only 30 to 40,000 in a month, or a particular person is earning 3 to 4 crores in a month. Definitely, they, in order to maintain their status, in order to maintain their corpus, definitely it's a need of the hour, it's a need of the situation, it's a need of the working place, that you need to maintain that class, that you need to maintain that, you could say, aura when you are talking about your work profile, your work profession. And accordingly things would be you could say reflected from particular person from particular company, if we're talking right now. Okay, so that maybe you could say the bifurcation. We talk about the niche marketing concept, which these companies always targets.
True, sir. True.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much. And I think the one only last question which we have in this particular case study regarding segmentation strategy. Don't you think so? The segmentation which the BMW is going for, it is too selective, or we can say it is too narrow. If so, is it fruitful? Definitely it is not fruitful when the recession was there. I think they have mentioned that point as well. At time of recession, definitely company has faced a lot of challenges. Okay, so don't you think so that, like we were discussing about the price range, I think with Mr. Anuj as well, I was discussing about the price range as well. Like
नो सर नो सर नो सर
yes, with Audi, I think we're talking about the starting affordable, even for a upper middle class category, if you're talking. So as per my point of view, definitely they're selective, or their strategy are too, you could say, selective. But always remember one more thing: because of their selective approach only, these companies having some differentiated image in the mind of the customer. Okay, because if the things would be more generalized, definitely the valuation and the proposition, or the you could say the equity which the company has created, it would be more diluted. And once it is diluted, definitely the company may not be demanded or may not be approachable by the category which they are mainly targeting. I think, am I clear? Any more inputs from your side regarding second question, please? I think, is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. So I think, shall we move to the content which you need to discuss now? Today we have to start with the product part. Okay, product and its classification. So now I'm going to start with that particular topic. Just let me share my screen again, I think. Just a minute, please. So the next topic we have, which is called the product and pricing. Okay. And in this unit, we will actually discuss about the concept related to what do you mean by product? Because as of now, like if we talk about in a general sense, in a sense of layman, definitely we can define what is product. But when we come to, you could say, the in-depth discussion regarding what is product, the type of product, the you could say the differentiation of product, okay, the importance of packaging, labeling, warranties, guarantees, or the different, you could say, features which the company may provide, how it is basically creating an impact on the sales, on the profitability of the company. Along with that, we'll also discuss about in this particular chapter about the product line, product depth, you could say product mix, all these different components which are related with the marketing. Okay, so let's start with this particular topic now, that is about the product. Books, I think I've already shared with you. If you need more book to discuss or more book to go for, definitely Kotler is the one of the fantastic book to cover up all this particular content. If you need some other books to be covered up, you can go for these Indian authors and foreign authors for this marketing management. Clear, I think, everyone? Shall we move? Hanji, shall we move, I think, students? Have you noted down, I think, this major books, I think, regarding this particular topic I'm talking right now, okay? That is about the products. Yes or no, please, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, let's start with the particular basic idea regarding what is product is all about. Okay. And as you know that, like we were discussing regarding the case of, you could say, BMW, the product is something, if we'll define in a simple marketing language, it is the bundle of benefits which the company is providing and the company is actually serving to their customer, and how the company is basically fulfilling or just satisfying the expectation of the particular customer base to whom they are targeting for. The most important category or most important component which comes under, you could say, a product, which all about the satisfaction of the customer, how we can actually touch the aesthetics of the customer, how the customer actually may inclined, may enforced to be to purchase that product in a repeated fashion. Okay, so all these, you could say, benefits, all this dimension which we talk about, it is totally associated and focused and concentrated towards customer needs and wants, and these bundle of benefits are creating the image of the customer in the mind, or in the mind, or you could say in the retention of this particular image in the mind of the customer for a longer period of time. This is basically all about what product we may categorize as. Okay, like we talk about how the iPhone started in 2008, I think so, or 7, I'm not sure about, and how the iPhone journey from United States of America till this whole globe, how they have captured the market in a decade of time actually, because of the identification of the needs and the wants of the customer. How the different, you could say, big brand, like we were discussing about the vehicle segment as well, we were discussing about the cosmetic segment, we were discussing about you could say insurance, banking, or service sector as well. how these companies are basically coming up with the upgrade technology. They are coming up with the, you could say, the latest and the most, you could say, dynamic form of their offering to the customer, so that they may retain, they may survive, and they may actually create the long proposition or long, you could say, prolonged, you could say a prolonged, I'm not getting the right word right now, prolonged, you could say, that aura or that image which they have created in the mind of the customer, and up to what extent it will survive, up to what extent it will exist. That is the biggest, you could say, question mark in the mind of the think tank of an organization. Okay, so let's start with the next part. I think so, that is about the product planning, most important part about the product manager in the company. Okay, as we know that, because whenever the company is launching or companies are coming up with some products or with some, you could say, new development of the product, new variants of the product, the most important part, the attributes and the benefits which you are providing into your product and services. Okay, like I'll take a very basic example about the habit of, you could say, people when it's come to their, you could say, breakfast in the morning, how the westernization actually has impacted or creating an impact on the lifestyle of the people. You talk about, you could say, early morning. Previously, when we talk about the era of that 70s, 80s, the people do have that traditional, you could say, as per the, you could say, locality. I'm talking in India right now, we have, you could say, parathas, we have that, you could say, idli sambar or South Indian dishes, we have that North Indian platters, we have that Rajasthani cuisine, we have that North Indian cuisines. If we talk about, the set was very different actually, the offering was very different. And even though when we talk about the attribute now, if, as you can see right now, the era and the transformation and the generation changes, because of that, the product planning and the planning regarding the different category of offering which the company is providing has also drastically changed. Okay, previously we talk about, I think, Dettol, how the Dettol has started with that particular, you could say, traditional, you could say, very strong, you could say, fragrance when it's come, whenever we open that Dettol bottle. Okay, but from that particular basic product of Dettol, and how the Dettol has emerged, they come up with that different variants. Okay, if you talk about, you could say, Dettol different range right now, you will find the ample of options in order to, you could say, when we are talking about, you could say, the hygiene, or when you talk about this antiseptics, if we talk about, these are the basically the conversion and the attributes which the company is coming up with. Like, for example, we're talking about the breakfast, how the Kellogg's, okay, the Kellogg's has basically created a position or created that particular, you could say, I could say, a space in the kitchen actually when we come to breakfast in the morning. Okay, and not only Kellogg's coming up with a single variant right now. If you will purchase a particular Kellogg's option and the breakfast option with Kellogg's, you will find the multiple, you could say, variants in the Kellogg's as well. When we come to mueslis, when it's come to cornflakes, when we come to, you could say, chocos, there are so many options we have. Even not only for, you could say, men, not only for female, even for the kids as well. They are coming up with the different variants. I think you might have heard about the Protein-X. Okay, the Protein-X, initially traditional Protein-X powder, okay, which was the main supplement of protein. When when you could say at that time that gym culture was not there, people were not, you could say, much more aware about the fitness, much more not aware about the nutrients which we are talking right now. But nowadays, if you can see that this market is growing like anything. Okay, so that's the thing I'm talking right now, how the product planning can be done, how the product planning can be initiated. And these product plannings are totally based on distinctive feature, USP of the company, and how the attributes which the company is providing, or the appeal which the company is providing to the customer, whether it is accepted by the customers or not. This is basically the major and the most important category of discussion in this particular product planning, or what is product is all about. I hope so it is clear what exactly the planning of or the work or role of product manager in the company. Clear, I think, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sure. Now the definition of product. As I told you already, the product is basically the bundle of benefit which may satisfy the needs and wants of the particular customer. Okay. Now, as you can see in the general and the bookish language, the product defined as things produced by the labor or effort. Or in the marketing context, if you talk about the product is, you could say anything that can be offered to a market that might satisfy a want or a need. Okay, I think we have already covered up this, you could say bookish language as well. Okay, so I think let's go for further discussion. I think so. Okay, so I think student, like I need a break right now for 10 minutes and 7, it's 6:52 right now, 7:273, we will actually resume this product level after that. Okay, and we'll discuss the examples also. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Shall we? Okay, thank you so much. So go for a break of 10 minutes and we'll get back to you. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, students, I think, shall we continue with the product level now? Okay. So, shall we start, students? I think everyone is there.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I think students, as I think we discussed the next topic, that is about the product level. Okay. Product level is basically something which we are talking about for a particular, you could say, offering, for a particular product or a particular service. We might have, you could say, different segments where we can bifurcate a particular product benefits. Okay. Like for example, like I have quoted, I think in terms of, you could say, a hotel industry. Like for example, whenever you are visiting to a hotel, in a hotel, definitely the core benefit or the core requirement of any customer is just rest and sleep. Okay, that is called core benefits. Okay, if you talk about the basic product or the basic, you could say, utility which we expect from the company or which we expect from the hotel is bed quality, quality of bed, quality of mattresses, quality of, you could say, bathroom, quality of towels, the accessories or utilities available in the rooms. Okay, room service if you talk about. Okay, these all may come under basic product which we always expect from the company in terms of qualitative aspects. Okay, expected product means something like which we like expect from particular brand or from a particular, you could say, category of hotel. If you talk about 3-star, 4 stars, 5-star, any you talk about any resort or any other, you could say, category of, you could say, hospitality services. If we are talking right now, definitely you expect certain things from the hotel. Okay, now if this expected product is as per the actual reality, definitely customer would be highly satisfied. I think if you again you remember one more component which is called value equation, or you could say valuation of a particular product. If the actual is equals to expected, definitely it is basically more about the high value creation for the customer. Okay, now augmented is basically like, for example, something which you get from the company beyond your you could say expectation. That is free internet, free breakfast, complimentary, you could say, cake on your special occasion. That is called your augmented products. Potential product, which is like, for example, if the company want to retain the customer, for that particular purpose, you are giving some, you could say, benefits, you are giving some references, you are giving some loyalty points, you are giving some, you could say, loyalty card, what we can say. According to that, the customer will revisit to the particular company or to the particular hotel in order to get their future, you could say, benefits or their future booking in the same locality, in the same hotel. That is a very basic example which I quoted right now regarding product level. I hope so it is clear, students, what exactly the meaning of this product level.
Yes, sir.
Anji, any other example from your side now, please? Anyone, please? Any example from your side? Any product you can choose. I think any service you can choose, any industry you can choose. Students, I'm waiting, please. Any input from your side?
So we can consider airline also one of the products. The core benefit of choosing an airlines is, of course, to travel and safe travel. That's the core.
Safe and speedy travel, I think.
Speed, yes. Sorry, yeah. And the basic product which the airline gives is I think it's the comfortable seat, the cleanliness, the hygiene, the services which is offered, the check-in, and the whole transition when you take when you get on board and when you take off. uh, that's the basic expectation of and also whatever they give inside the aircraft, like the magazines or something to eat, or some refreshments and towels and etc. That can be a part of it, which are not very essentially important, but then it is been added to the service segment.
Yes, yes.
Augmented product can be anything which is like, as again, internet, and anything which is a freebie, tea, coffees which are being served inside the aircraft. That can be one of that. uh, in future, of course, if they have a loyalty program, and if they have strong loyalty program to connect mile, what do you call, the mile membership reward points, which every time you fly you have certain membership points accrue to your cards.
Yes. We can say 60 reward, I think, if you talk about Indigo. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Usually I travel by Indigo only.
Yes,
So
sir.
that is 60 reward they always want. Even you remember, I think, Jet Airlines, they go, I think there is a, what's the name of that points, I think.
Jet privilege.
Yes. Jet privilege, actually, not jet privilege. I think something is there. I think because I booked a lot of free tickets out of that. Okay, so because that is again one of the very great scheme which they are providing, and that is a potential product, because how you can actually connect the customer for future, you could say rendering of your services. Okay, so that is again the one of the part of you could say potential product which we can consider. Thank you.
Also, they will give the on the port airport also. They will give the services airport also. Lounge.
Yes, lounge services. Yes.
And also, sir, they will serve the as a so they will take care of if we have baby now. So they will air hostess are taking care of baby, and so if she cry, whatever and all, no, so they will give the toys and all.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Fine. I think any other example we can quote, I think.
Sir, I think for the product level, there is various examples available in the market. When you go the supermarkets, they have some chains that like DMart, like Best Price. They offer that for the whole of the year. That there is with any of the purchase in the month wise, they are having some discount like 30%, 20%, 10%. And just like this, Jet Airways, Jet Privilege, they offer this 30% in your next booking for the airlines. So there is various models are available. You can choose that Domino's. They give the coupon when you second purchase, third buying. That time they are offering 50% off in pizza. Also, they are having the Pizza Hut. Also they provide the same facilities. So there is options available in market, I think.
Yes, definitely, yes. Okay, I think clear this point, students. Product level and what is the meaning of all these important points: core, basic, expected, augmented, and potential.
Yes, sir, clear.
Yeah, sure. So I'm expecting, I think, one example from everyone. Okay, I again need input from your on my WhatsApp. Yesterday I received a few messages only, but I think I need everyone to at least take one example. This is any other example you have to choose now other than airlines. Okay, and just think upon it. Okay, how? Please don't search on Google. Okay, just take any product and bifurcate on this 5 terms. Okay.
If you talk about the e-commerce industry, like Flipkart or Groffer, it will their core product is inventory. Basic product like atta, dal, chawal, anything can be cosmetic products and apparels, anything may be. Expected product, we can say it is clean, it will delivered on time, what we expected from them. Delivered on right time delivery, good packing, clean product received. We received clean product, good product. Augmentation is like free delivery, cashback cashback, and potential is like a cashback for if you purchase for 2000 you get 10% cashback, 15% cashback for your next purchase.
Yes. Great, Chandrabhushan, I think. Okay. So what I'm expecting, I have already dropped a message to all those whose number is saved with me actually. So I've dropped the text to everyone. Okay. So you need to submit the level of product example before 12 today. I'm expecting from everyone, please. Okay. Those who are in the class right now. Fine. So let's start with the next topic now, please. Product and service differentiation. Okay.
Sir, we have to, sorry to interrupt. Do we have to do the similar exercise for product, the level of products?
Yes, level of product. Yes.
All right. Okay.
I think you might have received my message. Okay.
Yes, I just got it.
Yes. Okay, let's start with the next topic now. That is product and service differentiation. Okay, on what grounds we can actually differentiate it, a tangible and intangible attributes or components of any product. Okay, so let's start with this particular point. That is differentiation between the goods and services. I think it's very simple topic and theoretical topic, we can say. As we know that I think that when we talk about products, it is tangible. It is based on the supply chain concept, that is about the product and distribution is separated from the consumption. Somehow that it has some shelf life. I think what Diljit was talking so many times regarding the tangible product we are talking right now. It is more homogeneous, make sure, because somehow these products are created either on the basis of, you could say, mass production, or you could say batch production. Okay, so these are the basically comparatively more homogeneous or close to homogeneous, we can say. Okay, they are non-perishable. Okay, the core value which they provide to the customer, it is what they can preserve as well for future. Okay, the customer do not participate in production, definitely, because somehow the production activity and the consumption activities are having some, you could say, what I can say the word, lead time in between actually. Okay, and the transfer of ownership is definitely possible when we are talking about the physical product and services. So physical product, not services. Okay, opposite to that, that is about services. Okay, which is tangible. Okay, production, distribution, consumption would be simultaneously. These are heterogeneous in nature, because services, like for example, if I'm giving a lecture on this particular topic today, okay, the way I'm speaking might be like before 1 week when I was in COVID. The way I was teaching is quite different. The way I am teaching right now is very different, because the thought process and the dimensions or the surrounding which I was facing at that time was very different as what I am talking about in today's scenario. So my services, doctor services, lawyer services, definitely services may be heterogeneous. Okay, in nature, depends on a particular day, particular situation which he or she is facing it out. Okay, they are perishable, definitely. The core value, like when we discuss about these goods and services, as you know that the core value is produced in factory, but the core value is basically delivered or rendered or provided to the customer immediately on the spot. Okay, the customer participant definitely would be there in this case of services, because the consumer is more over the customer, or the customer is more over the consumer in the case of services, but not in the case of goods. Okay, consumer customer may be different almost in most of the cases. Okay, and there is no physical ownership transfer when we talk about this services from a company. Okay, I think it's very simple, students. Everyone.
Yes, sir.
Let's move to the next topic. The product differentiation. On what grounds we can differentiate a particular product? Okay, the first is form. What is form? I think first of all, form means what?
Type of product.
Product identification, I think.
Yes.
How-
Form means what? How we can define form?
Product,
how it will be
identification, product
how it will be
identification.
made?
Size and
How
shape.
it will be made?
Yes, form with, I think when we discuss about form, it is all about the physical appearance. Okay. Yes, students, I think.
Size
sir.
and of the product, sir.
Because whenever we discuss about the form of a particular product, okay, form means in what you could say condition, or in what you could say situation that product may be provided or served to the customer. Like for example,
Sorry, sir. I think form is the basically here shows that the state of the product. I think the
definitely
state,
we are talking.
liquid, solid, or I think
In general word, product visualization. First look of the product visualization. First look of the product. This is the form.
At that same point, I think we're talking right now. That is about the physical state, okay, of the particular product, or physical appearance of the product. Okay, like for example, like I'll take a very basic example in front of you. You talk about nitrogen biscuits or nitrogen ice cream, if you might have heard about that. Okay, the nitrogen biscuits or nitrogen, you could say any product, if you might have experienced in your life, the form of that nitrogen is solid initially, but once it is being mixed with any product, it converted into liquid and then in the gaseous form. You can see that the similar particular product or the offering having different form depends on the situation, or depends on the you could say the mix which we are going through with. Okay, when we are mixing with any solid, the process is quite different. Like whenever I think you might have visited to different restaurant, you might experience all these particular you could say different food range or different food category of nitrogen product, which as per my experience I'm talking right now. Similarly, when we discuss about the product, the form of the product may also differ when we talk about, you could say, any category. Like we talk about any physical, you could say fruits, vegetables, grocery, having, you could say, their own physical forms we are talking right now. Okay, any gaseous product having their own, you could say, product, or on, you could say, category of presence in the kitchen or in the utility place where it is required. Clear, I think? The physical state in a simple language, which is the part of form we are talking right now. Haji, everyone clear?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
We have customization. Customization means what? The variation available in the product. Okay, I think we discussed about this example already, that a particular product and its variants available in the market to the customer. Okay, like when we talk about any grocery item, any perfume range, any car, I think it is also based on customization. Okay, so customization is basically all about how the particular, you could say, different variants or different, you could say, changes, different options available to the customer whenever he or she is approaching to that outlet or the company's offerings. Performance means basically is all about the expected and the actual, the difference between these two, or the variation between these two. Okay, this is the basic category which we are talking right now when we talk about performance. Okay, so performance may be like, maybe if we talk about like for example, you purchased a particular you could say any product, like if you can take an example regarding performance. Let us suppose an electric item we are talking right now, okay, or an electric gadgets if we are talking right now, okay. In that electric gadgets, like for example, the life of battery, like let's suppose AirPod we are talking right now, okay. So for AirPod, if I'm talking about the performance of AirPod, the company is claiming that it will run at least 3 to 4 hours continuously, okay. But the performance may be above 3, or you could say over 3 hours of its life, or it may be below 3 hours. Performance maybe, you could say, the customer's expectation, or you could say the differences between the actual and the you could say standard. Okay, the variation and the variances which is between these two standard and the actual is called the performance, and the performance may be high or may be low, depends on this particular variation, whether it is positive or negative. Clear, I think, performance.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What about reliability now? Okay, reliability means what? In a simple language, what is reliability?
Faithful.
Faithful, credible. Okay.
Trustworthy.
Yes. Like for example, if I want to purchase one oximeter, recently, like it's highly demanded in the market, oximeter or various, you could say, the different medical devices
Thermometer.
right now.
Thermometer, oximeter.
Yes, thermometer, oximeter. Reliability is basically is all about the brand you purchase and up to what extent the result is accurate. Okay, that is called reliability. Okay, reliability basically comes. I think when we discuss about it, we discuss one topic regarding the marketing research. I think we were discussing about that topic in the previous classes. The reliability may arises or reliability may be achieved because of the efficiency and the output which the device is providing or the accuracy which the device is providing. Okay, so reliability may be because of the brand, maybe because of the, you could say, the performance or the output, or you could say the periodic performance of a particular device. Okay, for example, if I'm checking my oxygen level in the oximeter, it is coming 97, 98, 97, 98. Because plus 1%, minus 1% deviation is always, you could say, considerable whenever we talk about any electronic medical devices. Okay, so reliability is all about the output level of a particular product, and the credibility can also be defined, or credibility may also be achieved because of the uniformity in the output which we might receive from any product. Clear, I think, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Style, I think it's very common to discuss. Style is all about that design, that the shape, color. Okay, that is all about style. Features, I think it also depends on the, you could say, the expected benefits or expected, you could say, attribute is the particular customer is expecting. Okay, for example, in a mobile phone, if you're purchasing iPhone mini having different features, 12 having different features, 12 Pro having different features. Okay, if you're purchasing MacBook Air, MacBook Pro having different features, which is all about the attribute. The amount, whatever amount you pay, according to the features you may actually receive from a particular product and services. Clear, I think, everyone? Features? I think, students, please. Clear, I think?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, durability now. What is durability? Longevity. Okay.
Product life.
Lasting time.
Yeah, product life, its longevity, its survival period.
Lasting
We
time.
talk about if we are
Lasting
using
time.
that product for a longer period of time. So durability is all about the longevity, and in that longevity or in that survival, whether the product is efficient or not, or whether the product is reliable or not. Conformance. Conformance is basically is all about confirm performance. Confirm performance basically is all about, for example, if you are purchasing any washing machine, okay, from the market, or any electronic gadget, like for example, microwave oven you are purchasing from the market, the company is claiming that for 5 years there won't be any issue with the machine, or there won't be an issue with the rotator, or if you talk about, you could say, compressor when we talk about refrigerator. Conformance is basically is all about confirm performance, that the product is tested and tried many times under different condition, and it will give you the desired result the company is claiming for. It is called confirm performance. Conformance. Clear? Students, clear, I think.
Yes, sir.
The last one we have repairability. It's very, very simple. In case any damage, default, you could say any technical issues if we are facing with the product, definitely the company must have that option available for the customer to get it repaired, to get it done in the original time. Okay, that is
Maybe in other words, there is sales service after sales.
yes, the after sales service that is comes under repairability. Clear, I think, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Product differentiation.
Yes.
One last topic for the day, that is service differentiation. Okay. Now, service differentiation, basically, if we talk about, there are, like what I have covered up, what I have mentioned in my slide, definitely that is all about the major dimension which we cover up under service differentiation. Okay. The first point we have ordering ease. Okay, like for example, if I want to order any product, if I want to purchase anything from market, how easily, how quickly I can order with the help of application. I can easily make the payment to the particular company. That is the first point, is ordering ease. Okay, like for example, if I want to order the grocery from Big Basket or from Big Bazaar or from DMart or from Best Price, how easily I can actually easily place the order. Okay, so the ease to the customer is called the first differentiation in the services. Customer consulting, for example, if I want to purchase a policy, an insurance policy. Okay, so for that purpose, any investment advisor, any insurance advisor, those who are guiding me in order to purchase that particular product, and the right consultation should be there. Okay, so credible consultation, right consultation as per the requirement of the customer, definitely called, that is called customer consultations. Delivery and return, I think it's very simple. Delivery and return, in case of any defect, like we usually see this particular phenomena when we are purchasing any product from Flipkart, from Amazon, from Myntra or any other website, how easy the return process is there, how quickly the delivery process is there. Okay. Installation, very simple, I think so. When we are purchasing any non-refrigerator, purchasing any air condition, any water purifier, or any electronic device, if you talk about, how you could say installation may be given by the company, or how quick installation is given by the company once the product is delivered and the customer. Okay. Training, I think it is all about, like for example, if I purchase one microwave, and definitely as you know that microwave consists of thousands of functions. When we talk about the various, you could say, kitchen dishes. Okay. So for that purpose, like LG is providing free classes for demonstration. They are also providing some free demonstration of free classes for different, you could say, dishes if you want to prepare or if you want to make. It is called training. Maintenance and repair, I think it's very simple. Okay, that is after the services. So that may be the few categories that I mentioned. There might be some other you could say differentiation. Make up service different. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
So I think that is enough for the day. And from tomorrow, I'll start with design and other topics.
Okay.
Yes, someone is, I think, raising some query. Any doubt? I think student, everyone, I think please you need to complete that work which I have given it to you. Okay. And I have already texted to all those. The number, I think, those students is saved in my mobile phone, and or we may say in the broadcasting list. Okay. I've already shared that assignment to you. And if you're not in my contact, I think please kindly just text me on my WhatsApp so that I can add you in that broadcasting group, and whatever communication, if it is from my side, I'll just let you know. Sure, students?
Okay, sir, I have one.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, please tell me.
Sir, can you start this class after 6:30 or sharp 6:30?
See, usually like the class timing previously it was from 5, but on the request of the student only, it actually extended or rescheduled.
No, sir, I have, there's a reason now. I'm working and my office end at 5:30 and I reach up to home up to 6:15. That's why there is sometimes having some, because there is COVID now. So after return from my company, I wash, take bath. So that's why all days, maybe there is 30 minutes classes left.
See, actually, like Rahul, frankly speaking, if you won't believe, actually, I have a classes since morning because I am just not working for IIBM only. Basically, I am working with institutions. So I start.
There is 6:30, na? There is no any issue. I think it is the today class is 7:30. So maybe there is chances of that. The probability of the class end is 7:30 is maximum time. Maybe possible. So
What I think I'll suggest you, student. Okay, you can do one thing. You just talk to, I think, institute regarding this, because I don't have any issue to extend the class from 6:30 to 8:30 or even 7 to 9.
Okay. No issue, sir. I can join in by my mobile. There is no issue.
No, you should try to understand, because like I'm also comfortable taking classes from 8 to 10 in the night, 10 to 11 in the night. Okay, I don't have. Okay, but I think there should be some decision which is based on considering all the individuals in the class. Or not?
Okay, no issue.
Yes. Okay. So as of now, like tomorrow we'll continue from 6 to 8. In case if you need, you just drop a message to the institute, and I think if they will actually, because there should be some, you could say, considerable input from all the students.
No issue from 6 p.m. Now there is a very common time for all. So I think okay. No issue. Out of 18, there is having only one.
Okay,
student having problems.
tomorrow we'll just plan one poll. Okay, in the poll we'll decide that how many want which particular timing basis. Okay, don't worry. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, please.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, please, Shabana.
Now you send one message to me in my WhatsApp,
Mm-hmm.
but I am in village, sir. Here network issues are there.
Okay.
So how can I send you?
Shabana, you can just text me anytime, I think, but try to cover up that particular assignment today itself, if possible.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Okay.
कुछ मत करो.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, I think so. Any more doubt? Any more input? Any more query?
No, sir. Thanks.
Perfect. Okay, so shall we sign up for the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Perfect.
Sir, please take care.
Yeah. You, everyone, please
Okay, sir. Thank you. Take care, sir.
be positive.
Thank you so much.
Spread happiness. It's very, very important. Thank you, everyone. Please take care.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye.
Take care, everyone. Huh?